tonight to get this win. What are you seeing from the balanced effort?
For sure. I love the guys are playing with an edge and a desperation. We look like a team that has lost 5 in a row. It's great response for them, but we have to finish it off. There's 24 minutes. They're going to put up a big fight. They're going to get Brandon Ingram going. He's only got 2 points. We're ready for that. We got a battle.
Jesse, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Indeed. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Amanda. The Suns miss a golden opportunity early here. Have never trailed in this one. Here is Barnes, leading their scoring attack with 13. You heard him talk about Brandon Ingram, just 2 points on 1 of 7 shooting from the field. Barnes swallowed up inside, but
to the rim and hopefully try to get to the bonus early. And that's an area where the Suns have struggled at times, where they've allowed a team to get to the bonus.
Ingram, a hand in the face of Gillespie there, playing with 3 fouls. 5 on the shot clock. Ingram sees the double team coming, the turnaround, able to get it. Boy, and you go back to the first meeting between these two teams, and Toronto punished the Suns in a paint, 60-32. Much closer so far in the first half, 24-18 off that bucket. Booker driving in the paint, kicks it to the corner. Goodwin lines up the 3 ball, splashes home. Goody, got it. Jordan Goodwin, 11 points in his 27 minutes last night. Quickly trying to shake free. They've done a nice job on him thus far as well. Barrett inside left hand, got it.
Yeah, got that delay on Oso to really make him stay anchored to the floor. And Barrett is extremely good at getting to the rim.
Jalen Green hits the afterburners. He's hacked and fouled there by Pirtle. Part of his 34-point scoring night. 10 points in that first half. 5 assists. There you see Dylan Brooks. And you know it just killed him to miss both meetings against the Canadian team.
Yeah, he's been, very docile over there on that bench. But you can just tell it's eating him up, man. That he just can't be in there.
9 and 12 without Dylan so far this season.
But, look, when he comes back, the one thing I know, though, he'll be in shape because he can run with the hand injury.
Yeah.
And so...
Oh, and he has been.
Yeah, and so...
Sometimes it come across as an excuse, but with the Suns' absentees tonight, as quickly looking at the shot clock winding down, has to just fire one and misses everything. But with the absences tonight, the Suns will now have 257 games missed due to injury. Toronto, conversely, 105 games missed due to injury.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
Makes a huge difference. You want to be healthy as you go down the stretch. There's a couple of weeks left in this season. You want to get everybody back out on the floor. So I know fans are antsy. They want guys to hurry up and get back. If you want everybody back good and ready to play.
Jordan Goodwin, he should be credited with 3 rebounds right there. Iguodaro takes the baseline feed from Booker. Goodwin out-jumped 3 taller players to secure the rebound and the loose ball.
Goes to show you, the height has nothing to do with rebounding. It's all about effort and desire to want the ball. And Goody wants it.
Suns have pushed to their biggest lead in 19. Ingram driving, met by Iguodaro with a block. Suns coming back the other way. Bounce pass inside to Goodwin. Touch pass Gillespie. He wanted the 3, but Barnes with a good closeout. Green driving inside. Gets the block shot on the attempt. Scramble with the loose ball. Iguodaro's got it. Shovels it out to Goodwin. Over to Booker. Steps in. He'll take the mid-range. Left it short.
I'm sorry, I love that action right there.
Looks like he got grabbed.
How the heck of a pass.
And Barnes able to take that feed and lay it up and in.
How the heck of a pass, because he threw it up in the air and he said, go get Barnes, go get it. And Jalen didn't see it. Like a pop fly.
Green with Barrett defending. Booker. 14 for Booker. He and Jalen Green combined for 65 in that Suns 122-115 loss a couple of weeks back. Suns jump into the passing lane. Forced another Toronto turnover. They're 11. Booker, quick pull for 3. Left it short. Long rebound. Goodwin the first there. Off to Green. 3 ball on the way. Short. Gillespie rebound. In traffic. Green. Finger roll finish. The Suns out hustle. Another long road trip of the season. Shed is checked into the game. Barrett's able to muscle his way down inside. 11 points now for R.J. Barrett. Godfather Steve Nash in attendance here tonight across the way. We show the Suns legend. Booker spinning inside, drops it off in traffic.
Shoot that.
Barrett on the release.
And I think everybody on the floor, even in the building, thought Devin was shooting that.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that was just right there in his wheelhouse, just being too unselfish.
5 assists on the night for Book, 14 points. Suns with their biggest lead in the last 18 games. Booker working on Shed, playing with 3 fouls off to Fleming. Dunn's got it quickly, checking him defensively. Bryant drives it off now to Green. Green's got to fire it. Fading over 2 defenders, doesn't matter. 16 for Jalen Green.
And the reason why, because he's going to get a good look because of his athleticism.
The lob to Barnes.
Hey, Barnes doesn't look like he's ultra athletic, but man, he can sky quickly.
Barnes with 17 now on the night. Booker working on Walter. Gets into the paint. It's over. 16 for Book. These two teams almost identical in record since the All-Star break. Toronto 7-7. The Suns 7-9. Quickly wanted that 3, but Malawak with a closeout, forcing the Toronto turnover.
What you shoot from the field a lot of nights. If you're getting 10 to 12 more shots, it does not matter. And that's the key.
Malawak comes out to meet it, giving it right back to Green. Green working on quickly. Able to get back to the left hand. A tough fade. That one just too strong. Barnes with the rebound. Eyes up the floor. He's checked immediately by the Suns rookie Fleming. And then Fleming held his breath.
Exactly. But again, Walter has got to stay there. You cannot move because that put him in a vulnerable position. He threw it away. Bring it up, young fella. See that handle.
Now a foul on Barrett, and all of a sudden it's 14 fouls.
He could be off of you, but when you go up to shoot, he's right there on top of the ball.
Yeah, he along with Gary Payton created just a incredible defensive duo, part of that great Seattle club.
And then a great shooter they had off the bench.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember, who was, Sam Perkins? No, wait a minute,
Sam was one of them.
Anybody in particular referring to that? Shed. Can't get that one. Malawak able to wrestle it away. Smooth shooter, perhaps? Yeah, okay. Green on the drive and kick. Booker, corner 3. Got it. Suns 13 of 24 from downtown. They shot the 3 well there in Toronto. And quickly able to get across the paint. He's in double figures with 11. So you heard, going back to Amanda's interview with Jesse Mermis, Suns assistant, is Booker. Pulling for another quick 3. Back-to-back 3-point hits from Uno.
He's on a heat check. Do you think the next Suns possession that he's not going to shoot it?
Barrett. No, rebound Fleming on the miss. And Jesse Mermis telling Amanda at the half, we got to keep our foot on the gas. Jalen Green,
Stop.
Wizardry.
Stop.
Suns have pushed the lead to 27. That one off the mark. Rebound done.
Heat check.
Booker glides inside with the scoop and the score. Talked about it there at the half, Eads, the Suns bench, which obviously has been compromised due to the injuries, but their response tonight has been significant. They have outscored the Raptors bench thus far 30-22.
But the 3 guys I said that had to keep it going, and I think Colin would have kept it going even more if he hadn't gotten in foul trouble. Just between Jalen and Devin, I think they're 16 for 28 from the field. So that right there, I think, allowed the other guys to really get a good rhythm and play with confidence.
Up the floor now to Goodwin. Collin driving. Flips it into the corner. Fleming left that one short. Billy for the rebound. Shed. Suns force another miss. Coming back the other way. Their defense has been impeccable tonight. Missed timing there. Mono coming back trying to convert. Lobo with a nice finish.
Shear's flying around here. Like, is it a drone in here or something? I mean, he's just flying around.
On the crossover, Iguodala.
He's making that one.
On the money.
He shot the first one a little bit short. And he knew he was going to get a little bit air under it.
And we talked about his shooting now over the last 13, going on 14 games. 50% from the field. And that corner three right around 48%. Billy driving inside. Iguodala pulls away the missed free throw by Billy. Here's Gillespie. Set the tone early. Got the Suns off to a quick 9-0 start. Back to the elbow. Bucket. 13 of the game.
Yeah, okay. I like to put you on some skates.
Back to Grady Dick on the hard drive down the lane. Drops it off inside to Mobo, and he'll get an and one opportunity.
Yeah, one part.
Get a message from our friends at Chaz Roberts, AC and Plumbing. Billy stepping out defensively on Gillespie. Hits the Goodwin screen. Out to Green, 5 on the shot clock. Jalen driving, inside. Oso throws it down on Billy.
Jalen, excellent job tonight at finding teammates and making it easy for him.
7 assists to go along with his 18 points. Grady Dick bumped and fouled there by Gillespie. 7 assists, by the way, his season high. Pocket pass to Mobo. Nice delivery there from Shed. Green working on Mobo. Bounce pass to Gillespie from the corner. Shed able to recover. Gillespie fading. And Shed able to reach out and get a piece of it. Boy, he is a bulldog defender.
Yeah, he is.
Listed at 6 feet, 200 pounds. Billy from the corner. Can't get it. Rebound Green. But Green was pointing to Dunn. He was ready to throw him the half-court lob. Jalen putting Dick on skates. Goody there for the steal. Stat padding for Jordan Goodwin.
Most people can't even attempt.
Yeah, just dripping with talent. And I will say this, just on the surface from what we've seen tonight, as Grady Dick on the catch and shoot three, able to knock it down. Of course, a tremendous three-point shooter, but this, I think, at least from what my eyes are seeing tonight, is his best defensive game.
Exactly. He has really made an effort to stay in front of his guys. And again, we got to remember, he was out for so much. You know, yeah, he'll be back for 2 weeks, and we think that he should be able to be in the great rhythm.
Right.
And he wasn't. I mean, he shoot the ball well. He just went through it. And, you know, now, you know, I think he's starting to feel his whole self now. And it's great to see.
Billy there to try to steal the inbound. Out of bounds, leaving 5 on the shot clock. 7:13 on the game clock.
Jordan not trying to milk this to get this to a good set of minutes to where he can get guys in.
Off the inbound, the Suns throw it away. He would love nothing more than to keep Devin Booker over there sitting down the rest of the night. As the veteran Garrett Temple drops it off the Battle, who knocks down the corner three. Temple in his 16th season. His third season in Toronto, just one of those savvy veterans that young teams need to have in a locker room. Mari Bouye making his way to the scorer's table. Gillespie on the drive, off to Goodwin. Catch and shoot three on the way. Goody, got it. Boy, what a night for Jordan Goodwin. 14 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals.
It's just all around for him. You know, he just taps into every statistical column. This team is whole again. You know, look, Suns fans, just be excited about what could happen.
Well, and as we tipped off tonight, 11 games remaining, counting tonight. But the 7th seed pretty much appears to be where they are going to be locked in. 4 games back of the 6th as Goodwin falling. Turns it over. Eddie Dick on the drive will pick up the personal foul. But they're 4 games out of 6. Minnesota beating Boston tonight. So that's a big win for them. Reminder, the Suns making Dennis Lamb. I believe it was yesterday, actually. So belated birthday, Sweet D. And I believe he turned 45.
45?
Yeah.
He's old.
Yeah. He's an ageless wonder. Step back 3 from Gillespie. Rattles it in for his 4th 3-point hit of the night.
He would have had a huge night if he didn't get in foul trouble.
And look, that foul, as Jackson Davis, coming over from Golden State to trade, was able to slip inside out over the last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that bench unit came in, and they went on a 10-3 run and stabilized everything.
Yes, really, truly did. It was impressive to see, especially after what they went through last night. Jackson Davis in Golden State, a guy that was getting minutes and in the rotation. That's why I say that's why you never take for granted where you are in this league and where you stand. You're only as good as the day before, and that's how it goes. And Jackson Davis comes over in the deal, he can't get off the bench, on his new team. So that's work in progress that has to happen to him.
Well, this is a Raptors team kind of considered to be in year 2 of their rebuild, if you will. But when these two teams met, they were in similar situations in terms of their seeding. Both were 7. Since that time, Toronto has been able to maneuver their way up to 5 in the Eastern Conference. There's no other way around it. This has been a brutal stretch for the Suns schedule-wise. Back-to-back in 6 games in 9 nights. Coming off of that 10-day road trip. Bouye able to get a shot away. Fleming tried to get it in time.
Good opportunity, though, to see some guys out there, Brea especially. I know it's been hard on him. The 2 guys he's been hanging with in the G League, Man and Shear, they're getting the minutes, and he hasn't.
16-year vet out of LSU. Raptors are his 12th franchise. Now, he has been an integral part to the kind of inner workings with the league office and the Players Association. He's been the vice president of the NBPA since 2017.
Yeah, and he's like an assistant coach over there for them. You can just tell, even during the game, he's very active in the huddles and instructing people. So obviously coaching is in his future. And it's just always good to have that veteran guy on your bench.
Well, I mean, you and I and a handful of people have talked about when you've got, they said they're the 4th youngest team in the league. But you'd love to see some kind of requirement as Brea lines one up. That one takes a high bounce over the backboard. But, those situations, and I don't know how you would set up the qualification for it in terms of average age, but, so instrumental to have at least 2 veteran voices.
Yeah.
Because of all the things that can happen over the course of an 82-game season.
Right, and strategically have one at the end of the bench and one in the middle. So when those players come out of the game, and they're complaining or whatever, you're there to balance their emotion. It's so important to have that. The worst thing is to have a guy on the bench that's agreeing with what you're saying,
Right.
And that's when the dysfunction and the separation in team happens.
Fleming on the catch and shoot three. Can't get it. Jackson Davis able to wrestle it away. 3:29 to go. Suns will get a day off tomorrow as they force another turnover. Bouye drops it off to Brea. Too strong inside. Fleming doing the offensive glass work. Double figures for Rasheer Fleming now. 11 points, 6 rebounds. Suns have forced 18 Toronto turnovers. There's Grady Dick on the floater. And we'll get the whistle and the foul.
Came in, I couldn't miss. And as soon as the game started, that's all I did was miss. So it's just never a rhyme or reason to it. You just got to just trust in what you do and keep working hard, and that's what Devin does.
Shamari Bouye leaping high for the steal and trying to bring the boom, but a little too much. Rasheer Fleming.
Oh, he's going to get another chance at it. Oh, no, he didn't.
Time he says, I'll just take the left-hand finish.
Oh, Grady Dick said, no, you're not going to try that again.
Suns now with 12 steals on the night. Jamison Battle able to slip inside.
The Suns feel good if they can hold Toronto under 100. Like, I think that's earned, right? You can defend the team.
Yeah, this is a Raptors team that had Denver on the ropes, and they needed game-saving.
Because if he doesn't, he knows they're going to give him a hard time in the locker room after the game.
7 points, 2 steals, 3 assists for Shamari Bouye in his 17 minutes. Part of a bench contribution, 37 for the Suns. Bouye, pocket pass to C.J. Huntley, who throws it down.
Nice to get CJ.
Welcome to the big C.J.
Yeah, nice to give him an opportunity. See what the rim feels like. Nothing like grabbing the rim, K-Ray. I know you never experienced that, but you know.
Oh, I have.
No, when they lowered it, came out after they lowered it to the floor.
No, I've touched the rim before.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it doesn't take much when you got a 6-foot ladder. You get all that.
You sure it wasn't the net?
You get the third step of that 6-foot ladder, and you're like seeing eye to eye with the rim. Bouye making little dances. Brea can't connect on the three. Fleming again with those long arms. Bouye will hold up. Now on the drive. Pass thrown away by Temple. Nova able to snake his way down the lane.
You come to play, you beat anybody. And that should be a great challenge for the Suns to be able to test themselves, even if they're not 100% healthy.
Yeah.
Against the Denver Nuggets.
Special thanks as always to our fabulous crew, Sheila Simpson, the stage manager, and Pat Herder, keeping one smooth shooter in line. Jim Brewer's been like Rain Man. He's been popping out numbers over here like at a speed of a digital computer. I mean, I got more notes. I mean, unfortunately, they're not Post-it notes. Like, I'd have yellow stickies like all over the place. He's been working overtime tonight. My man, Jim Brewer.
Well, I like it.
He starts sticking around. Amanda's going to catch up with Book. As the Suns snap the skid at 5.